Good evening everybody and welcome to Goodison Park. It's FA Youth Cup third round action tonight. Everton at home to Stockport County. I'll be up in the Bullen's Road stand a little bit later on doing live commentary, and my co-commentator tonight, I'm delighted to say, is a FA Youth Cup veteran, Jose Baxter. Did you have much luck in this competition?
No, never does. No, just thinking that before. I think the furthest we got was the quarters. Played Norwich beat us at Widnes, and then we played Blackburn away. Had two good centre halves that day, and I couldn't quite get past either of them. So no luck, no.
Norwich City had a good youth team, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, Norwich have always had good sides when we've come up against them. We played them in the Nationals recently as well. They beat us 1-0, and it's a good catchment area, and they always do have a decent academy. Yeah.
You mentioned you played at Widnes there. How good is it for the young lads to be here under the floodlights at Goodison Park?
It's magnificent, and listen, it's part of it in terms of where they want to get to in their journey. Then you'd have to play at big stadiums with noise and get used to the surroundings, and it's a fantastic experience for them. Yeah.
You've got to get used to the surroundings very quickly, haven't you?
You have, and it's sink or swim for some people, and you always find the best players adapt, and it's just another game of football with more people watching, and that's how you should see it, and see the less pressure on it really, and just go and express yourself, because that's what they're there for.
Can you remember your first appearance at Goodison Park?
I can, yeah. Blackburn at home. A header I should have scored. Still have nightmares over it now.
You must have played here for the youth team before then?
No, I don't think we did,
So your first game at Goodison was for the first team in the Premier League?
Yeah, it would have been, yeah. We had a bounce game, I think, once, 11v11, but I'm not quite sure whether that was before or after, but yeah, it would have been, like, sort of snowballed quite quick for me, so at a young age it was literally on here, and like I said before, the better players normally adapt to it, and that's why I never.
When you come into these games, we've got Stockport County, and people will look at that and go, right, who do we play in the next round? It's not as easy as that. You know one or two of these lads at Stockport, and they're good players.
They are, definitely, and it's always hard being a team who are meant to win, because ultimately the underdogs have got nothing to lose, and they come here, and the majority of them lads will want to impress, will want to try and get into an Everton side, and no disrespect to Stockport, but they will. That's where them lads will be at on the journey, and young Harry, who's playing centre mid for them, he come in on trial not long ago, cracking player with great technique and stuff like that, so it will be a tough one today, and the lads need to realise that, and I'm sure Leighton and Kieran would have told them that.
The FA Youth Cup, I've always thought, is a chance for the young players to make themselves known. I mean, the keener Evertonians will probably know all about the under-18s, but the vast majority won't. But if you have a good run in the FA Cup and you impress in the FA Youth Cup, then you suddenly become quite a well-known name.
100%, and I know it's easy to say because Wayne went on to where he went, but I remember sitting up there in the Bullens myself and watching Wayne, watching Michael Symes, watching all them young lads. And
Ozzy and Shaddy, Hibbo.
Yeah, 100%, but at that stage it was the Moore brothers at Villa, and they sort of made their name in the Youth Cup, and they were tremendous in the run, but it was like that standout where fans sort of all of a sudden knew who they are. So you're spot on what you're saying. It's a great platform for them to go and showcase the talent.
Well, they should be full of confidence, the under-18s, because at the weekend they played Peterborough United in the National Academy League. Here's the pick of the action. Well, somebody who's graced this magnificent stadium many, many times, loads of great performances, loads of memorable goals, is of course Leighton Baines. But tonight, he's in the dugout, he's the coach tonight, and just a few moments ago, I caught up with him. Leighton, how much are you looking forward to this one at Goodison Park?
A special night for the lads. First opportunity for some of them to play in a big stadium, and a big stadium like Goodison Park, that means a lot to all of us. So yeah, it's something to look forward to for everyone.
It's human nature, isn't it? You've been there yourself. When you first walk out at Goodison Park, just for the first few minutes, will they have to adjust and, what do they say, play the game and not the occasion?
Yeah, and this is part of their journey and their development as well, so some of them might feel a few extra butterflies more than they normally do, and
which you'd expect.
Exactly, and it just shows that they care. So yeah, the start of the game will be important for them, and hopefully they can settle into it well.
It's an important competition this for you, isn't it, the FA Youth Cup?
Yeah, definitely. It means a lot to everyone in the youth development world, and say our primary focus day in, day out and week to week is on developing individuals and getting them into the next group and hopefully getting them towards the first team. But what the Youth Cup brings is the emphasis for once is on the result, because it's a cup competition that they want to win, so it's nice for the lads to feel that as well.
Do you have to be careful to avoid complacency when you get a team like Stockport County, with all due respect?
Yeah, I think any team that on paper is a sort of Premier League team, as we are as in an academy setting, playing a lower league team, then yeah, naturally there's always the concern that can creep in. We've done our best in terms of preparing the lads to hopefully that won't happen. But again, it's up to them when they go on the pitch now to sort of show the mettle and show that they are switched on.
You've got a little bit of experience certainly at this level on the bench tonight, haven't you, just in case they're needed?
Yeah, there's a few lads who just didn't quite make it back, in terms of we had a game postponed last week. So there's about 4 lads I think who returning for injury but haven't played any minutes as of yet. So yeah, those lads will be on the bench tonight and they'll be there if needed.
Thanks, Leighton. Thanks for speaking to us. Good luck.
Cheers, Daz.
There's Leighton Baines looking forward to tonight's FA Youth Cup tie here at Goodison Park. Don't forget, full commentary coming up very, very shortly with myself and Jose Baxter. But here's a nice piece of film for you to watch, and we call it Meet the Scholars. Good evening everybody and welcome to Goodison Park FA Youth Cup third round action. It's a competition that all Evertonians love. We've only won it 3 times, the FA Youth Cup, but hopefully there'll be a decent attendance here. It's certainly starting to fill up behind us here in the Upper Bullens. Alongside me this evening is Jose Baxter, and right on cue we hear the sirens. We're about to hear Z cars, and it doesn't matter what level, what the attendance is, that gets you going, doesn't it?
Fantastic noise, Daz, and like you said, doesn't matter who's here, it always brings a smile on your face, certainly for the lads.
If there was no butterflies amongst the young players, there will be now, won't there?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Walking up them stairs and seeing the family and friends in the crowd and walking out to this fantastic venue, then I'm sure this doesn't get you up for it, nothing would.
Absolutely, and we've mentioned already in our pre-match preview, Leighton Baines alluded to it as well. Spot your family and friends, give them a wave, then get your mind right on the game. Yeah,
absolutely, yeah. You know, as part of the play, you run out. If you see your family and friends, it's a bonus, but first and foremost, once you step over that white line, it's a business. You're there to win a game of football, not to get a wave off your mum or dad.
Third round of the FA Youth Cup here at Goodison Park. It's a big night for Stockport County. Well, I'm sure one or two of them have been at bigger clubs. You know better than me how it works, Jose. One or two of those players will have been at bigger clubs probably, and are now trying to fight their way back after being released. Is that how it works?
Yeah, definitely. Just looking there, Annie Johnson, the number 4 for Stockport. He's a lad who's at Liverpool for many years, come to us on trial, and to be fair to the kid, he had great technique. It just wasn't the right timing for him, and ultimately speaking to these young lads and having these tough conversations myself as a club, as a coach now, it's never your journey's over. You're just getting on a different road to get back on the road you want to get to, and sometimes it means taking a step backwards to try and go forward. So these lads will certainly be wanting to test them for the same things as our lads.
Stockport County over on the far side there, posing for a team photograph, and why not? There's the Everton lineup on your screen there. One or two have had some action with the under-21s. Odin Samuel Smith, Callum Bates, Jacob Beaumont Clark, Big Martin Sheriff as well. Joel Catesby's been around it. Are they the players that Leighton Baines will be looking to tonight to say, right, you control this game, you've got a grip of this game?
Yeah, definitely. Like Leighton said, he touched on a great word before, just chatting to him, complacency, and he's right. You know, if Everton go and do the right things in the way they've been playing and listen to the information they're getting off Leighton and Keaton, and this should be a nice night for the Blues.
Brad Moon and Matty Apter and Kobe Abira on the bench for Everton. They've also had under-21 action this season, and we are underway in the FA Youth Cup here at Goodison Park. Alan Thomas feeds it wide to Joshua Van Schuur. Back to Thomas again. Odin Samuel Smith. Taking his time, waiting for a runner. Jacob Beaumont Clark made a run down the right hand side. Callum Bates, the skipper, takes over. Now it reaches Beaumont Clark. What will Leighton have said to the boys, Jose? Keep the ball for the first few minutes?
Yeah, definitely. I think watching the 18s this year and what Leighton's installed in them is the different speeds of play, and you can see when the centre halves have the ball and they go slow, it's quite easier to see the opposition shape. As you can see, it's a back 5, midfield 3 and 2 strikers who are a little bit further apart from what 2 normal strikers would be. So just having a little nose of that, seeing it for himself, like making the lads see it, it's a good way to go about it.
Everton on the front foot again here. Joel Catesby, but he gives it away. Soon wins it back again. Harrison Armstrong plays it to Samuel Smith. George Finney on the right hand side. Big Martin Sheriff. Got all the attributes to be a top centre forward, Martin Sheriff, hasn't he? He's some size, isn't he, for a young lad?
He sure is, yeah. And these are the games, like you said before, Leighton, people higher up, Tatey, they're the type of players who they'll be looking at, hoping to make a difference here, and that's what Martin needs to do.
It's not quite going to reach Van Schuur on this near side, but it will be a throw-in for Everton. Joshua Van Schuur will take it. George Morgan made a forward run to pick it up. Feel-good factor about the place at the moment, Jose, isn't there? You're at Finch Farm obviously every single day.
It really is, Daz, yeah, and I've just been having that conversation with someone then. Ultimately the first team win, it definitely drifts down to the academy side of things, and the first team are in a really good place at the minute. The manager's got them picking up some great results and also playing some good football at the minute as well, which is great to see, and not ultimately just in Finch Farm, just at Goodison. You see it, you walk around, you speak to people. I was in the gym yesterday and one of the lads was touching on it, and it's a great place. And
mistake there by Odin Samuel Smith. There's a chance here for Stockport County early on, and it's a very good save by George Pickford, and the second attempt is scuffed. Oh dear me, it was Lee Williams with the opportunity. A little bit of hesitancy at the back, and we can't afford a bit of hesitancy at the back.
No, we can't.
There it is on the screen there.
That is exactly that word that Leighton touched on before, complacency. You've got to just keep professional and keep doing the right things that you do week to week.
Very good goalkeeping by George Pickford. Is he a boy you know well, Jose?
He is, yeah. I had him last year. George made some great saves, and two real good keepers that we've got here today in our squad, and both of them are excelling really, really well under Leighton.
Douglas Luke Jančiks on the bench. Substitute goalkeeper tonight. Here's Martin Sheriff's first involvement. Got 3 defenders around him. Tries to win a corner but wins a throw in. Just looking at that replay again, just gets a little bit too much on it, doesn't he? Sorry, not enough on it.
Yeah, he's just a little bit hesitant in terms of playing it back, and you got to be sure, and that's what you can see, he didn't get enough on it.
And sure, seen quite a lot of the ball in these opening exchanges for the young Toffees. Back it goes to Aled Thomas. Odin Samuel Smith would have been hugely grateful to George Pickford. No relation, by the way. Thomas again, and this is what you were talking about, isn't it? Just play it slow.
Yeah, definitely, but you need that as well. That's what you've just seen there. You need the threat on the last line. You can't have everyone coming to feet, otherwise it's easy for them to stay in the shape.
Oh, it's a poor ball, sloppy ball there from Joel Catesby. He's much better than that. Didn't give Joshua Van Shaw prayer of keeping that one in. And that will annoy Leighton and Kieran Runner, because it wasn't a difficult pass.
No, it wasn't, no, and that's the thing. We spoke about it before. We coming into a bigger stadium just adds a little bit more pressure, and lads panic a little bit more than what they would when they're playing at the academy or whatever it is. Then
we could really do with an early goal just to settle us down, couldn't we?
Yeah, definitely. It'll come. Just need to be a little bit more patient.
Callum Bates pings it to that right-hand side, but George Finney had gone a little bit too soon, and the offside flag is raised. But what Leighton and Kieran will be pleased about, even though there's only 5 minutes gone, is that we're in complete control.
Yeah, absolutely, and you see the game going that way. The lads are doing well, moving the ball well, but like we said before, just need to be a little bit more patient at the minute. I think the first run that they're seeing, they're playing that ball, and sometimes that's just a run to create space for somebody else.
The carrot at the end of the stick, by the way, is a home tie against Chelsea, perennial FA Youth Cup winners. And Stockport County in again here. It's Lee Williams again. It's not Lee Williams, actually, it's Joe Hillary. And again, Everton have sufficient defenders back, but that's 2 openings in the opening 5 or 6 minutes. Although we've said Everton are controlling the game, Stockport have got an eye for an opening.
Yeah, definitely, and that's where the back four need to be switched on. Ultimately, when you've got a lot of possession, it's easy to switch off and think your job's easy, but at the minute, it's one long ball that's causing us a little bit of uncertainty at the back.
0-0, Goodison. Good flick on, it'll be chased down by the Piazza. Gets there as well and wins a corner for Stockport. And it certainly sounds like there's a few Stockport County supporters in and around us here in the upper Bullens. Myself and Jose Baxter are on the middle gantry, thankfully not the upper gantry here at Goodison Park in the Bullens, and there are a lot of Stockport County supporters here, and quite right too.
Yeah, that absolutely does, and I think we might end up on the bottom gantry if we score and jump up, so we'll have to be careful here.
We'll have to be professional. Corner kick for Stockport. Freddie Redshaw picks it up, tries to get a cross in, takes a heavy deflection. It's dealt with by George Morgan, and Stockport will feel that that's a wasted opportunity. If you play a short corner, you've got to get it right, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely,
and
it looks like there's something that they've worked on the training pitch, but ultimately them things come off or they don't, and lucky enough for us, our lads have switched on to it.
More defending to do now though. Stockport working quite nicely back to the centre circle. Freddie Redshaw. Good challenge by Catesby, and he comes away with the ball. Nice bit of play by him. Alan Bates swivels. Samuel Smith to Armstrong. Alan Thomas again just slowing the game right down, waiting for a run. He gets one off Martin Sheriff. It's a good run, it's a good ball. A little bit isolated Martin Sheriff.
Yeah.
If he's going to make that run, surely someone else has got to, Jose.
Absolutely, yeah. Great run, great ball, but ultimately I didn't see anyone breaking the neck to get in the box, and that's what we're going to need to win this game of football. Parsington. Again, Stockport surrendered possession quite cheaply. Callum Bates wants to get on the ball as much as he can. He's got Jacob Beaumont-Clark with him. Back it goes to Samuel Smith. 8.5 minutes gone at Goodison. Everton controlling possession, but you have to say that Stockport County have had the better opening, and only good goalkeeping by George Pickford. Kept it at 0-0. Odin Smith's been done again here. Lee Williams breaking away. He's got the Apatzer in the middle. Only takes a touch. The Apatzer, I don't think he had time for a touch, and he might look at that with a bit of regret, but well back by Josh, to be fair.
Had to crack it first time there, didn't he?
Yeah.
But again, just a little bit sloppy at the back.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It sure is. Can't afford to be like that, otherwise sooner or later we will be getting punished.
That's twice now. Odin Samuel Smith has been a little bit sloppy in possession. On that occasion it was Kieran Depiazza with the final attempt. This time it's Stockport who give it away.
Keep playing, keep playing.
Sheriff, tried to flick it in round the back, and a pull back on Callum Scruton. Free kick for Stockport. Game hasn't settled down really yet, has it?
No,
which is what you expect, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think the first 10 or 15 minutes there's bound to be a bit of nerves. They're only young lads, and ultimately that's what you're seeing at the minute. Whether it's in possession or out of possession, it's just a little bit uncertain.
You were saying before, we break off before Catesby tries to win it. Saying before that your very first game at Goodison Park was in the Premier League, so there was none of this getting used to your surroundings. You're straight in, straight under. Not many have that.
Yeah. Swim or sink. Sink or swim, sorry, should I say. But it was, and ultimately what a first game and what a great memory to have. So quite lucky in terms of that.
When did you find out you were in the squad?
Found out I was in the squad probably on the Thursday, when you know yourself, you have a little look around and you're counting numbers in your head and is there a chance here and stuff like that, and then ultimately the text goes round on a Friday and it's the squad, and if you're involved, same again. First thing you do is count the numbers, count how many names you can see, and if there's 19, then you know there's a chance that you mightn't be, especially in today's age in terms of 19, 7 subs, whatever. But certainly it was the Thursday, and then from there it was literally the day before, and what exciting times it was, Daz.
Sleep well the night before?
Absolutely not, no.
We'll talk about the header that you missed a little bit later on.
yeah, the one that I still can't sleep over now.
Throw in for Everton over on the far side. 11.5 minutes gone. The Toffees beat Reading at this stage last season. There's Jamie Crowther, the Stockport County coach. Stockport win it back, long ball forward, but it dealt with comfortably by Alan Thomas. It was a comfortable 3-0 win against Reading at this stage of the FA Youth Cup last season. But then we went to Watford and were very disappointed. Myself and Graham Stewart did the commentary at Vicarage Road, and to be fair, it was a very good Watford side that beat Everton quite comfortably. There's space on this near side for Redshaw. He offloads it to Harry Johnson. Is he a Scouser, Harry Johnson?
He sure is, yeah, he's a Scouse lad, local lad.
Parsington. Nice bit of possession football this from Stockport.
Yeah.
Well, the Under-18s might be in the National Alliance H division with the likes of Buxton and Chorley and Marine, but if these boys do make an impression, they could very, very quickly be playing league football with Stockport County.
Absolutely.
A good Stockport County side, by the way.
Definitely does, definitely, and especially in today's age, obviously every club, you know, it's expensive to go and buy a player now, so if you can get a little rough in the diamond in the rough, then absolutely, why wouldn't you? So there'll be eyes on this game, absolutely, for both sides.
Thomas again goes to a deliberate walking pace, gives it to Callum Bates. Armstrong. Jacob Bowman-Clark makes a forward run.
Yeah, that's what they need, because there's a bit more space for Martin's feet then. If one runs in behind, one shows, and that looked to be a little bit more better movement, just to being a bit patient with it, not forcing it.
Catesby. Samuel Smith. If he win this, he could well be playing against his brother in the next round, couldn't he?
Yeah, absolutely, he should, yeah.
Is she, of course, at Chelsea.
That's a bit more patient.
Yeah.
Good.
Bowman-Clark. Good passing and moving from Everton. Just need to start edging forward a little bit. Difficult to coach patience in young players, I would imagine, isn't it?
It is, yeah. That's the tough part about playing with different speeds. It really is, to telling them to slow down.
Shooting chance, and it wasn't a bad effort from George Morgan. Always rising. It didn't clear the crossbar by too much, but an attempt on goal, and you don't mind that, do you? Because there's a little bit of tangible effort at the end of the passing and moving.
Yeah, definitely, especially from a striker, it really does. As soon as you get the ball, he hasn't had much into him, George, but you ultimately want to test the keeper, get your shooting boots, get your range on, and don't mind that whatsoever.
Especially if Goodison players want to impress, they want to be involved, they want to try something different. So you were just saying then before we cut you off about trying to teach patience to young players.
Yeah, definitely does. I think young lads now see the game as quick, and yeah, it is quick, but ultimately putting your foot on the ball is the hardest thing. And just seeing, especially for the back lads, you look at number 10s back when we were in our day, they were the playmakers. Nowadays you're looking at centre halves, and they're the playmakers. A lot of possession and a lot of counter attacks come through centre backs, so for them to put the foot on the ball and just address the situation is hard to teach, but ultimately they are getting it. You can see that here, you're watching it.
They even want the goalies to be good with the ball at their feet now, don't
they?
Yeah,
definitely, yeah. People are signing goalkeepers on whether they're good with the football instead of whether they can save the ball.
George Morgan, such unlucky there, a little bit of a coming together with Luke Partington. And it'll be a free kick for Stockport County. But here, Ella Thomas, chipped forward again by Kingston Fligg. Williams is battling away for it, goes through his legs, and Odin Samuel Smith takes over.
Lucky.
Nearly comes off.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a clever little bit of play.
Yeah.
Confident bit of play. Nice football from Stockport. A strong challenge eventually from Odin Samuel Smith, but nothing wrong with that little move down the left, Jose.
No, it wasn't. No, like lovely little back heel, and I think a little bit of aggression there with Odin. Don't mind that at all.
Nope.
Letting him know he's there.
Because he won't be happy with the start he's made, will he, Odin?
No, definitely not. And lucky enough for him, he's settled from then. And like you see there, that tackle will give him a little bit more confidence too.
Scruton plays it all the way back to his goalkeeper.
Ooh.
No, chance for Everton to break. Oh, it's a heavy touch by Armstrong.
Got away with it. Got away with it, Stockport.
Yeah.
And we got away with it, to be fair. Martin and George, they both stepped with a real good intensity to a press, and the back lads just stayed instead of going with them, and the 8 was out, and unlucky for them. Unlucky for us, sorry, he had a bad touch.
Real chance to build something. Another good header by Thomas. There's Jacob Bowman-Clark. He actually played against Watford in the FA Youth Cup last season.
Yeah.
18 minutes on the clock. No real chances for Everton thus far. George Morgan's rising effort. The only real attempt on goal.
Here, you see Joel, that's better. If Joel makes them out to win runs, then Josh can get out, because the full-back's ultimately got to go with Joel. So if he stays inside him, it gives more room for Josh.
Is that then down to the man on the ball to find the pass?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And ultimately, it's not only the man on the ball, it does need to be that communication. He needs to be screaming, the lads who are out wide, I'm free next time, have a look. So it's down to the lads as well.
Armstrong wins a corner for Everton. First goal in any game always important, but it really will take the wind out the Stockport sails if we can take the lead here at Goodison Park.
Yep.
It's a little heavy touch by Harrison Armstrong, but he wins the corner, which Jacob Beaumont-Clark will take. Aled Thomas and Odin Samuel-Smith have ventured up from the back for this one. Haven't played short with Bates. Now the angle for Finney to put a cross in, gets underneath it, think a little bit of a bobble. Aled Thomas challenging. That's a goal kick for Stockport County. So did I, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think Aled Thomas did as well.
Yeah, I think he caught a little bit of a bobble before he hit the ball there,
Yeah,
George. It went a bit high in the sky.
Just there.
Just as he was about to kick it.
Yeah, I think that was a corner, mate.
Yeah. Good try.
Nice play by Luke Partington. Slides it forward towards the Piazza, but he's not going to get the free kick. That's a good ball, but he's offside. Just went a touch early.
Touch early. It was on, though.
George Morgan. And that's exactly what you've been talking about, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. I think the space is definitely there. Just the timing of that run. But definitely the idea was right.
Scruton gives it away. Nice first touch by George Finney to Beaumont-Clark. Now chance for him to run it. Reece Watson plays it towards the edge of the box. It's intercepted. Picked up again though by Catesby. Finney. And the 1-2 doesn't come off. Goal kick Stockport. Approaching the midway point in the first half. We still await the first goal. FA Youth Cup third round action at Goodison Park. Myself, Darren Griffiths and Jose Baxter on the gantry in the upper Bullens, just waiting for the Toffees to score the first goal. There's a Stockport County bench. They'll all be desperate to get on, won't they, the Stockport County substitutes?
Absolutely.
Finney. Good interception, but Jacob Clark was alive.
Good lad, yeah.
Well played. Armstrong back to Samuel Smith. Have you worked with most of these players, Jose?
Yeah,
across the years?
I had certainly the first years last year. That was our group. So it would have been Joel Catesby, Josh Van Shaw, George Morgan, Alison Armstrong, Aled Thomas,
Good
George
set of lads.
Finney, and George Bick. Great set of lads, honestly, does. And I know it's quite easy to say, but they literally was. They brought their all to training every day, and same with games. And we had some good memories with them. Even at under 15 level, they won the nationals. And great group to work with, just alongside all the other groups, to be fair. But they are a great bunch of lads.
Ashton Mee.
Tackle.
Better from Odin Samuel-Smith. He's grown into the game. Williams wins that though for Stockport County. Reece Watson. Partington. Back to Scruton.
Great ball.
Super pass. Good take as well by the left back. Good challenge comes in from George Finney to stop Joe Hillary. But they're given as good as they get here, aren't they? Which is entirely what you predicted before the start of the game.
Yeah, it does, yeah, they have. They're doing good things there, to be fair, at Stockport at the minute, especially the first team and the academy, and it's not going unnoticed, as you can see here. I know there's only 25 minutes gone into the game, but some real talented lads, and to be fair to them, they're playing a good way, so fair play to the whole club.
Yeah, under the management of Dave Challoner at the moment, and Ibu Toure, once of Everton, is currently at Stockport in their first team setup.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, they're doing really well, first team end as well, so doing good bits.
Deep corner,
Exciting times
pushing the
to be a
back.
Stockport fan.
I think the referee spotted it, but it's a goal kick anyway.
Yeah.
I like to see teams like Stockport bounce back because they belong in the Football League, don't they? You don't like to see teams like that drop out and go into non-league football.
No, definitely not. What I've liked about them as well, that people just naturally think that lower league sides, tough games and make it scruffy. They've tried to play the right way. They've tried to play the game the right way, and I really like seeing that. So fair play to them.
Not short of confidence, are they?
No, definitely not.
I mean, they are in a 12-team league. It's the National League Alliance H division. As I said earlier, the likes of Buxton, Chorley, Farsley, Celtic, they're 9th out of those 12, but they look a decent side here, the boys from Stockport County. They're certainly given Everton a game so far. Luke Partington chucks it back to Callum Scruton, and he plays it all the way back to...
That's the one that I'm talking about there. I know it's tough because he's a number 6, Harry, at the minute.
Yeah.
But the two lads press and the passes on to the number 6. I think one of our midfield lads have got to notice that a little bit earlier than Steph.
Certainly got a game on our hands here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
25 minutes nearly gone here at Goodison Park. Hasn't seen a great deal of the ball, Harry Johnson, in the midfield for Stockport yet, has he?
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. But when he gets on it, his techniques are really good.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good sign for us that we haven't seen enough of him as yet.
Lee Williams. Good closing down by George Finney. Thomas just about gets there. And Sure carries the ball forward, lays it off to Armstrong. The wide player is George Finney. That's a great ball in. Martin Sheriff just doesn't get enough on it. But what a super first time cross from George Finney. Nice bit of football that from Everton. And big Martin Sheriff, although he won it in the air, didn't get the power or the direction that he wanted, and he's annoyed with himself there, Jose.
Yeah, I think they're getting into the positions, but it's just a final ball, final finish, whatever it is, that's just not quite there on that occasion. It was the finish, but great ball by George Finney.
Great first time cross that. This place was absolutely rocking at the weekend, wasn't it, after the game against Chelsea?
Yeah, it sure was. First team are in a real good place at the minute, and
Absolutely.
fans going with them, which rightly so, and been a fantastic month for us this month.
You'd have taken 6 points out of 6 from them 2 home games, wouldn't you?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. But ultimately, as soon as we beat Newcastle, I think it was straight away. Everyone was talking about we'll do Chelsea too.
Yeah.
There was a great deal of confidence among the Everton fans, and rightly so.
Really is a feel-good factor about the football club, and as Jose mentioned before, that certainly does filter down through to the academy and everybody associated with the football club, and the game against Burnley at the weekend just can't come quickly enough. Need the goal here, don't we?
We do, mate, yeah, we certainly do. Just settle everyone's nerves a little bit, that's better.
Yeah.
Movement's better from the top line a little bit there.
Samuel Smith. Well, a great deal on, so he just slips it square to his central defensive partner, Aled Thomas, who knocks a long ball forward, but Joel Catesby in an offside position.
I think the slowing down's really good in terms of different speeds, but ultimately it's the next bit then. I think the lads are seeing one run and ultimately just playing that pass, when really there's times where they can creep towards someone, even at a slower pace, and someone eventually will have to jump. Wherever they jump from, there's going to be a space, and trying to get to that space is the next thing.
It's the concentration of the forward players as well, is it?
Yeah.
Not to drift into an offside position.
Yeah, definitely. Not go offside, not come to shoulder feet too early. The timing's got to be impeccable, whichever way you
Super
go.
ball, that. It's a brilliant ball, almost a brilliant ball. George Finney defended it really well.
He's defended a few of them down that side really, really well. George, so far, he's having a great game.
Caught the eye so far. And as we mentioned in our preview, this FA Youth Cup competition is a real opportunity for young players to force themselves into the attentions of the supporters. It makes names, the FA Youth Cup, going back to your Franny Jeffers, your Tony Hibberts, your Leon Osmonds, and obviously Wayne Rooney as well, who played his part in getting us to the FA Youth Cup final in 2002.
So this is the one here. Aled, if he just starts to creep towards someone's got to come out. He's got a massive amount of space ahead of him.
Well, if that goes out of play, which it doesn't, but it's still good play from Everton inside the penalty area. Chance for Catesby on his left foot. It's a great challenge.
Great block, son.
It's a super block that by Kingston Flick. Catesby did well to fashion the opening, but it was body on the line defending. The Sheriff just about keeps it on the far side. Again tries to win the throw, but just can't do it. And he's unlucky there.
Unlucky, yeah.
There's that chance again. George Morgan did really well.
Yeah, he did, yeah. I think he just touched it before he was wanting it to go out for a corner, which made him have to bustle his way through, but he done really well. Great block by the number 8, to be fair.
He's done really well there, George Morgan. There's Catesby in support. One touch, then a go for goal, and it's a really good block by Kingston Flick. And as we drift past the half-hour mark here at Goodison Park, Stockport County will be delighted because it's still goalless. There's the run from Morgan.
He just went a bit too early again.
Yeah. I thought he did, but flag stays down.
Yeah.
Beaumont Clark does well to keep it alive. And Everton never really had that under control. Harrison Armstrong. Thomas. The run again from Morgan is a decent one, but just a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. Mavra Aziotis Bow, his name is. So I think we'll just refer to him as the goalkeeper for now.
Absolutely does, yeah. Is his first name Kane as well?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll stick to Kane. I'll stick to Kane.
It's a sliced forward ball that drifts out of play. And if we're going to get a goal in the first half, we've got probably about 16 or 17 minutes, including added time. There won't be much added time, if any. There's been no breaks in play. There's a long scout list tonight as well, I noticed, Jose, so the scouts pay a lot of attention to these games as well, because they probably want to see how the lads will perform in this sort of environment.
Definitely does, yeah. Like I said before, it's for both sides. You know yourself, the game's moving on massively. There's players going for £100 million. If you can go and get them for £1 million at the age of 16, 17, why wouldn't you? So a lot of work goes into these type of ages, and rightly so.
Measured past that from Callum Bates. Van Shaw's forced away from goal though. So Callum Bates will pick it up and start again. This time it's not the best ball. And Lee Williams picks it up for Stockport. Little nutmeg. Blasted away by Armstrong. Martin Sheriff on the right hand side for Everton. Closed down by Reece Watson. Sheriff gets a second bite of the cherry. Lays it off to Catesby. Catesby wants to work it onto his right foot and wins a corner.
Just a little bit scrappy up there at the minute.
Yep.
Just that final bit of detail in the final third just needs to be a bit more quality, a little bit more slicker, quicker.
Brad Moon and Luca Davis, Dan Marr, Harvey Foster, Matty Apter and Kobe Abire on the bench. Some experienced players there at this level, but as Leighton Baines mentioned in his pre-match conversation with myself, some of them are just coming back from injury and need to be nurtured back in, Jose.
Yeah, definitely. A few of them are on reduced minutes, and it's a great bench for certainly this age.
Yeah.
Like you said, a lot of experience and lads who've played 21 level, so Leighton might be needing them at some point in this game.
Corner comes in, headed away. Beaumont Clark leaves it for Harrison Armstrong. George Finney. Armstrong again. Pings it towards the goalkeeper. Well, in no way, shape or form was that an attempted goal from Harrison Armstrong, but the goalkeeper had to be alert to touch it over the crossbar. It was an awkward one for him.
Yeah, it sure was. And you know what, that was just before when Alan Thomas, the centre half, had the ball and he tried to get George Morgan, and the keeper's really high. Got a really high starting position. Now, I'm not saying Harrison meant that, but it's definitely one to look out for.
Here we go, he's looked up. I think it's a cross, as is that from Beaumont Clark, and a good one as well. And Martin Sheriff's header forces a really good save from the goalkeeper. It was a good ball in from Jacob Beaumont Clark. Martin Sheriff did nothing wrong, but it's a good athletic stop from the goalkeeper.
From Kane it is, isn't it? That's great save from him, to be fair. Yeah, good, come on him quite quick, reacted well. Good.
Kane, Mavra Aziotis Bow. Really good save. Good moment for the goalkeeper at Goodison Park. Doesn't matter how well the goalkeeper plays, the fans are singing his name, are they?
Oh, no, definitely not.
They stick to Stockport.
England's number one. I think the shout will be for him, guys.
In comes the corner. There's a lot on it, and it goes straight out of play, and it's a goal kick for Stockport County. I think Baines will start to feel a little bit frustrated at what's going on out there, Jose.
No, I think Leighton, he's cool, calm, collective, and he'll just be addressing the lad that, listen, you know, the first 20 minutes he's bound to see a little bit of nerves. He'll just be addressing them on the work they've done all season, the things he'll want to see, the things they've worked on all week. He'll just be addressing them in terms of just more calm down and be a bit more relaxed in possession and be a bit more patient rather than nervousness or being aggressive. I think he'll address it the right way, like he always does, to be fair.
Throwing for Stockport. Goalkeeper nearly got it stuck under his feet there. Well, he's just made a couple of decent saves, but he almost undid all the good work. Freddie Redshaw ran into a cul-de-sac. There's Harry Johnson. De Piazza, headed away by Thomas. De Piazza will pick it up again. Crossed it again. Thomas is there again. And that goes out for a throw-in on this near side. Everton 0, Stockport County 0. 20 years ago, the first team were here, Stockport County. Everton beat Stockport by 3-0 in a League Cup tie. Duncan got a couple of goals that night. Dave Challoner, the Stockport manager, was actually in the Stockport team.
Was he, yeah?
As was Stewie Barlow.
Good bit of knowledge, that's good bit of knowledge. It's like you do your homework before it, isn't it?
It is possible to fool all the people all the time. Beaumont Clark half volleys it away. Sheriff stumbles, headed away by Partington. This game is quite tight. Harry Johnson. It's not the best cross in, and George Finney will just watch that drift out of play. Ricky Lambert played for Stockport as well that night.
Did he, yeah?
Who went on to better things.
Yeah, he sure did. Fantastic career, yeah.
Played and scored for England. Armstrong towards Catesby. Armstrong gets the loose ball, brings it in field. Good positive midfield play by Armstrong. Nice ball as well to the feet of Martin Sheriff. And Sheriff wins the corner.
Thought he might have went down. I think naturally once you see a big man go down in a 50-50 situation because he's the stronger one, you think, oh, it might have been a push. We just got a toe to this, Martin. Let's see. Not sure.
Would have been harsh, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would have.
That's what you want to see from Harrison Armstrong, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Driving forward.
Yeah, he's got that. He's got that in abundance. He's got tons of drive. He hates losing. He's a kid who will want to win any type of game he plays. So you will see that side of Harrison, definitely.
Corner comes in, flaps at it, and there's the first goal. And Martin Sheriff gets his reward for persistence. The corner from the
goal scorer for Everton, number 9, Martin Sheriff.
And Martin Sheriff in the right place at the right time to steer Everton finally into the lead.
Yeah, hopefully that'll settle a few nerves, Daz, and give Martin a little bit of confidence. So
shame for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. He's had a good game up to now, and
yeah,
I think he got something on it, but whether he'd want to catch it or not is a yeah.
Didn't get anywhere near enough on it, did he?
No, he didn't.
And Martin Sheriff,
right place, right time. Good finish.
Puts the ball into the back of the net, and hopefully that will settle Everton down, and we can really take this game by the scruff of the neck. We wanted the first goal, we've got it. Everton 1, Stockport County 0. That won't change Leighton's half-time team talk too much, Jose, will it?
No, honestly, no. I couldn't see him ranting and raving anyway. I think it literally would have been what I said. I haven't got a crystal ball, by the way, but it would have been along the lines of just relax a little bit. You know, he's getting into the right areas, just that little bit of quality in the final third. But they've done all right so far. Like we said before, there will be a bit of nerves. They're only kids.
Good strong challenge that by Alan Thomas, and Kieran Dipiazza wasn't pulling out either.
Yeah.
And the throw-in has gone Everton's way. Sheriff challenges for this, doesn't win it, but Armstrong picks it up. And that goal all started with some good midfield play by Harrison Armstrong.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, spot on, Daz, and he will give you that. Like I said before, he'll try and drive the team forward single-handedly, and it was a great run by him.
Certainly did try forward on that occasion. Here's Bates. Lansure. He's put himself about their centre forward, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, to be fair. Yeah, tracking back in wide areas and then 50-50s, and he ran forward quite well. And I think he put Oldham under pressure for one of them. So yeah, he's working hard so far.
They really will be keen to make the absolute most of this opportunity of playing here at Goodison Park. The Stockport County players.
Oh.
Chance for Stockport to get the ball in and around the Everton penalty area here in the last 3 minutes of the opening period. Decent ball in, dealt with well by first Thomas, then Jacob Beaumont-Clark. Strong running by Beaumont-Clark.
Yeah,
does really well. Nearly managed to thread it through. He was unlucky there.
Yeah, he was. First bit was really good. Good strength.
Good strength, good control. Decent ball, you know, in round the back. The fullback getting forward, Joe Hillary. Williams can't get there, it's volleyed away.
Hold. Referee.
Looked a free kick. On George Morgan. Mr. Piazza gets his pocket picked, and that will be a free kick.
Oh, sure, he kicked out as well.
Yeah, a little bit of afters as well there.
Looked to me like
well, he's had a little scuffle on this near side with Joshua Van Shaw, and I'm sure we'll see a replay of that, but Kieran De Piazza certainly looked like there was a little bit of afters there. Yeah. Callum Bates showed good strength. He was dragged down. There's the free kick there.
Yeah, the
That's
thing
deliberate,
is, though, it is, Daz, but ultimately, I'm not saying in the wrong way, but we should have 2 or 3 lads around the referee there saying, aye, did you see that? And forcing them into making the decision, because that was naughty. That was a kick to the back of the head.
He's got away with it there. He's got a yellow card, but it could have been a lot worse. Thankfully, no after effects for Callum Bates. And we enter the final minute of the first half. Everton leading by that Martin Sheriff goal to 0. Bates, good ball. Nearly a good ball. George Pickford has the ball at his feet. Might just be 1 minute or 2 for the goal celebration. Other than that, no real stoppages. 2 minutes.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 2 minutes additional time.
Thomas.
That's the one, just driving a little bit at the centre forward.
Morgan. Catesby. Morgan again. Little
clever
round the corner ball from Armstrong. Stockport can clear their lines.
Back.
Now then, there's Ashton Mee. Little ball forward, a chance here. Williams inside the penalty area. Piazza waits in the middle. Williams though, one touch too many, and Everton can bring it away, but just for a moment it was worrying. But here come Everton, 3 on 3. Clark plays the ball forward towards Martin Sheriff, too far ahead of Martin Sheriff, and it's with the goalkeeper end to end in the closing stages.
Yeah, that's just where that needs to be a little bit of care, whether it's from the run or whether it's from the man on the ball.
And here's again Piazza. He's a dangerous customer, and De Piazza has scored for Stockport County on the stroke of half time. Well, we said before that he put himself about, and he showed good strength and good composure to not only see off the challenge but steer the ball into the back of the net. The Stockport County fans around us are celebrating, and why not, because their team are level at Goodison Park, and it came from nowhere.
It came from what we spoke about 2 minutes in, Daz, that one long ball, centre backs too easy. Both of them took out the game with one long ball, and that shouldn't be the way. And ultimately, like I said before as well, if 2 lads end up round the referee, then that lad's not on the pitch to score that goal.
Yeah.
Great finish, to be fair.
It is, yeah. He looks an old school centre forward, doesn't he?
Yeah, they are hard to come by nowadays, and to be fair, he's been rough, he's been ready, and he showed that little bit of quality there as well to add to that, so fair play to him. Great finish.
And what will disappoint Leighton Baines is that their goalkeeper has got an assist. Long ball forward, beats everyone, and it's a really good finish, and it's virtually the last kick of the first half. And Kieran De Piazza has scored an equaliser for Stockport County, and we go in level at half time, and that might just change Leighton Baines' half time team talk now.
Well, I said he wouldn't get angry, but that last little bit of play there in the first half, that might have just built a little red bubble inside them, but we'll see. We'll see how the lads come out for the second half.
One apiece in the FA Youth Cup here at Goodison Park, and we've got a game on our hands. Make no bones about it. Stockport County have given as good as they've got. As the players trudge off, as always, we've got some bits and pieces for you at half time. First half highlights, it was a chance that was in again, wasn't it? Dead Piazza early doors.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Pickford done well here, Jose, didn't he?
He done really well, yeah. His positioning was really good. Decision to come out to collect it was really good. And then the save after it straight away. So that bit was good, nice and brave. And then he's up straight away to make the save.
Good save, that.
Yeah, and then again, straight up. And I know he doesn't catch it well, but he's up every time, to be fair to him, George.
This was another chance for Stockport early doors. It was a breakaway down the left-hand side, and on that occasion, Dead Piazza, who really has caused trouble all night.
He has, yeah. I
Took
think
a
if
touch.
he doesn't have the touch and it's the first time, he could cause us problems. But the fact he has a touch gives Josh that little split second to get back over. And to be fair, he was quick back in, Josh, and good defending.
Harrison Armstrong on the ball there, who's had a good first half. This was the effort from George Morgan.
Yeah.
Don't mind that, do we?
No, absolutely not. He caught it sweet enough, that on target. I would have liked to seen it, but ultimately you don't mind that, especially when he hadn't touched the ball for the first 10 minutes or so. Then ultimately, you know, you can see why he's had the shot from there.
That's a lovely first time ball from Finney. And Martin will feel he should have done a wee bit better.
Yeah, he should have, yeah. And it was a great ball first time. Sometimes that catches defenders off guard when it comes in first time, they're not set. And Martin got up early enough, certainly. I think he should have done a little bit better with that. He'll be disappointed.
There's the chance for, half a chance for Catesby. Good defending.
Yeah, it was a great block, that one.
Morgan did well, didn't he?
He did. He's got real good strength, George. He holds the ball up really, really good, and you can see that two players there, and he managed to see them both off and set Joel up for a chance.
What you thinking there? What you having there?
No,
It's a cross, isn't it?
It's a cross. You can see by the way he stabbed his foot.
Yeah.
He actually hasn't punched through it, which he's trying to hit the target. He's actually stopped his foot and sort of jarred it. In terms of that was a shorter pass, he just overhit it a little bit.
That was a really good save by the goalkeeper. Martin Sheriff doesn't do a great deal wrong here. Wins the ball, gets it on target, and it's a good athletic save by the goalkeeper. And there's the goal. Keeper blocks his copybook a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, yeah.
But Martin Sheriff still got to put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Took a nice position up, and as soon as it come to him, he knew there was only one place that was going.
Nice moment for it. And that's when we think that Everton are going to go in at the break ahead, and then the long ball falls from the goalkeeper, and they're level.
Yeah.
He's trouble that centre forward though, isn't he?
He is, yeah, but you know, any centre forward would be happily to get that chance. One long ball over the top, it wasn't good enough from our two centre halves, but fair play to the lad, he had a job to do. He put the ball away and got his side back in the game.
Well, we've got plenty more video action for you to enjoy during the half-time break. We've got the pick of the action from the first team win against Chelsea at the weekend. Everton women beat West Ham. We've got the action from that game as well, and also the latest update from our new stadium site on the banks of the Royal Blue Mersey. Myself and Jose Baxter will be back with you in around about 10 minutes. Half-time at Goodison Park in the FA Youth Cup. Game on. Everton 1, Stockport County 1.
Mudrik's corner is played short. Here's Cole Palmer. He's going to go for goal, and Pickford forced to save. Flying across his goal to beat it away. I think he was always confident he would save that. Calvert-Lewin will get on the end of this. Brings in Harrison. Harrison for Dwight McNeil, got it out of his feet brilliantly and forces an excellent save from Sanchez. has found its way through to Enzo Fernandez. Mikalenko can now find Dwight McNeil, and off he goes. Tried to be pulled back by Gallagher there. Great ball through. Calvert-Lewin, great save. Chance to Corey. Slams it home for Everton. He's the Johnny on the spot again. Abdoulaye Doucouré on his 100th Everton Premier League appearance marks it with a goal. Under the goalkeeper, who's fists it down, and it's smashed home by Lewis Dobbin. What a moment for the 20-year-old. His first ever goal for Everton. Lewis Dobbin seals the victory. Wow. Oh, don't you just love that? Former youth team player arrives on the scene.
Lovely build-up play this from Everton. They've got 3 players forward. It's pushed out wide to Duggan, who cuts back inside, and oh, it's across the goal and just wide of that far post. Out to Smith. Asai, lovely ball over the top by the France international. Oh, Smith picks this up for West Ham. Really good opportunity. And Zoo just couldn't quite get on the end of it. An early chance this. Jess Zoo picks it up again. Finds Oweki. Oweki looks for the space and gets the rather soft shot in, which Courtney Brosnan comfortably saves. Asai works room for the shot, gets it in, and it's a good save by Brosnan. Well, Vivian Asai did really well. Sorensen knocks it back to Wheeler, who's also been away, and she's given it away, and it's off the inside of the post from Oweki. West Ham almost in front moments ago, but it's an Everton corner now, and it comes all the way through, and it's into the back of the net. Walsh couldn't keep it out as it was headed down from virtually on the line. And the visitors take the lead with only the second goal they have ever scored on West Ham territory, and it is Karen Holmgaard, the substitute. Just over 5 minutes plus added time for West Ham to get a vital equaliser, move themselves off the bottom of the table. Cross in towards Oweki and headed down, and Asai flies in at the far post trying to get a connection.
Here we go, ready to go again here at Goodison Park. Just speaking to one or two spectators in the stands behind us, and they've been a little bit surprised at how good Stockport County have been. And we have got a game on our hands, and just a reminder that if it is level after 90 minutes, we will go to extra time, and if it's level at the end of extra time, we will go to penalty kicks. It could be a long night, but hopefully Everton can get the job done and see off this strong challenge. What a good old-fashioned challenge that was from Joshua Van Shaw. And I tell you what, Freddie Redshaw felt that. There's the danger man. De Piazza gets a decent cross in, but it's well dealt with. Well, there was nothing wrong with the challenge, Jose. It was just a good old... Sorry, I'll wait till you finished your biscuit. He's had 15 minutes at half-time to eat a biscuit, and he waits for the kick-off before he pops.
I've only just been brought a cup of coffee there, so it was only right to dunk one of my biscuits in. But yeah, you're spot on, mate. What a good old-fashioned challenge that was. And I've seen him do plenty of them, by the way, Josh. He doesn't know how to tackle properly.
Oof, nothing wrong with that. Certainly felt it, Freddie Redshaw, and we do obviously hope he's okay, but...
I was hoping to use that as an excuse, as did you hear that crunch there, but it was me biting the biscuit.
It shouldn't be crunching the amount of time it's spent in your coffee. We're still getting treatment here on the far side. There's Freddie Redshaw. Yeah, extra time and penalties. We could do without that. We could do with Everton getting the job done in the next 45 minutes, but if they didn't know what Stockport County were all about, they certainly do now. And you know what, I don't think Freddie Redshaw is going to continue here. They've sent out 3 substitutes to warm up. Seems to be a little bit of activity on the bench, but thankfully he's back on his feet.
Yeah,
Freddie Redshaw. You don't often see challenges like that at this level, Jose,
you don't,
do you?
No, you don't. And even at the top level now, you see it slowly going out the way of the game. It's more interceptions rather than tackles, and when it does, it's slowed down. They look terrible, and there's nothing better sometimes than a good old-fashioned 50-50 or a proper tackle. And
that's what this place loves when it's full.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's part of our identity. So if you're a young kid today, that'd be the first thing you'd be looking for.
Odin Samuel Smith. Ella Thomas. Here's Bates. Where's the inspiration going to come from for Everton? Where's the goals going to come from? What have Everton got to do differently in this half to put this tie to bed?
I just think the front four, in terms of some of the movements, it's not always away. You need double movements. You need to actually take them away to drop back in and buy yourself that yard or two, or you come to feet to spin in behind, and it's just the timing of it, does. I think the lads on the ball, you get a bit complacent like that.
Another good ball there by De Piazza. Picked up by Williams. The overlap is provided by Joe Hillary, and Stockport County have a throw-in. And the longer this game goes on, and the longer there is parity in the game, the more confidence Stockport County will get, if they're not already.
Yeah, definitely, and like we spoke about, Leighton's half-time team talk, what he'll say, I think Josh's tackle in the first 30 seconds tells you he might have given them a little bit of a rocket.
Space on this near side for Hillary. Nice bit of skill by him. George Finney just about gets it back to George Pickford.
Yeah, the likes of this now, you see George Morgan just dropping off that front line and just creating an extra body in that midfield area. Give the two midfielders a decision. That was better movement. Hopefully something comes of this.
Jacob Beaumont Clark, unlucky, trying to thread it through the eye of a needle. And Stockport County squeeze it back to the goalkeeper and can go again. 4 minutes gone in the second half. Everton 1, Stockport County 1. A keenly contested FA Youth Cup third round tie here at Goodison Park. Piazza did well to win the ball, but then overhits the pass.
I think that's it. As you see, Jacob's rolling inside now and just giving them an extra body centrally, and you can see straight away the back line don't know whether to step or stay in the unit, so already that seems to be a little bit better. Chance.
Decent ball in.
Oh, great little nudge, to be fair, by the defender.
He did well there, didn't he, Joe Hillary? Jacob Beaumont-Clark was coming in at the back stick, ready to nod that over the line. But Joe Hillary just used his body well. Decent ball in.
Yeah, it was a good ball in. He defended it well, the defender, to be fair. Well played.
Here he is, Joe Hillary. Early ball towards Williams.
Don't panic. Good. Well played.
Yep, did well there, Everton.
Yeah.
Because it would have been easy to panic.
Yeah. Chance, go on.
Yep. Now here's the space.
Forward, good.
Armstrong. George Finney provides the width. Jacob Beaumont-Clark ahead of him. Back in field to Armstrong. Into the channel towards Martin Sheriff, but Martin wasn't going to get that, and he throws his arms out in frustration.
I think once you actually work one side, and you come out the other side, I think the momentum and the speed's got to really change. I think we went a little bit slow once we got George Finney out, and all of a sudden they're back in the shape, Stockport.
Forward ball from Partington. Rather aimless. And I was watching the Stockport County players do their finishing moves before the game, and I hope it doesn't go to penalties, because they were finding the top corner, the top bin, time and time again from the edge of the box. Nice football, shooting chance. Jacob Beaumont-Clark slides into the face of Catesby. Catesby, can he get the ball into the penalty area? Can he go himself? Wriggles his way through, needs a bit of help now. Gets it from Van Shaw. Little dink into the penalty area. Sheriff glances it, but he glances it well wide, and it's a goal kick.
He's adapted quite well here, Leighton, to be fair. Leighton and Keaton have seen where the problem is, and you can see as soon as the central defenders or Cal Bates gets the ball, it's Harrison Armstrong, George Morgan and Jacob Beaumont-Clark who are now coming as a flat three, and just giving the two pivots for Stockport a decision to make, because we're outnumbering them now 3v2, and finding the spare player, which they did quite well then with Harrison Armstrong. So fair play to the coaching team.
Van Shaw.
You'll see it now. Jacob Beaumont-Clark.
Yeah.
And then there he is, perfect.
Back to Samuel Smith. George Morgan made a forward run on that occasion.
It's just that central overload there now. Unlucky.
Williams to Hillary. Tries to play it around the back of George Finney, who's having none of it, and just guides it safely back to George Pickford. One apiece here, 8 minutes gone in the second half. No real chances in the second period of note yet. The winners are at home to Chelsea in the fourth round, who overcame Leicester City.
Chance, swing it.
Mistake there by Redshaw. Catesby puts the ball into the penalty area, but
I thought that was a deflection, but must have miskicked it. Unlucky.
It's a real test for whoever wins this tight. Chelsea, as I said earlier, perennial winners of this competition. Although I was at Kingsmeadow a couple of seasons ago when Paul Tate and Keith Southern were in charge of the youth team, and we beat Chelsea. Here's Martin Sheriff on the angle, and he hits the side netting. George Morgan wanted to pull back across the face of the goal. Martin Sheriff took it early, went for the near post, and found the side netting.
Yeah, I think he had more time than what he thought, Martin.
Nice little pass. Jacob Beaumont-Clark's coming into the game.
Yeah, he is, just rolling in off that side a little bit more, giving himself a bit more space, and it is causing problems at the minute.
Stockport County have a throw in. There's the angle behind the goal. Where players inside the penalty area. But you're a centre forward, you're at Goodison Park, you're going to go for goal, aren't you?
Yeah, you are, yeah. To be fair, you are. And I'd like to. I was just about to say, if he wouldn't have scored, would he have played it? But he has scored, so he's already got his goal. I think the decision then was to cut it back. But
good play by Van Shaw, but not a good ball. Picked up by Williams. Williams' shot takes a deflection, and it's a corner kick for Stockport. Well, Van Shaw did well to get the ball under control, but then rather rushed the pass and presented possession to Stockport County in a very dangerous situation. And they are the Stockport County supporters you can see there on your screen here in the Upper Bullens. And they will be willing their young boys forward, and they'll be so proud of how their young boys have performed. Ashton Mee will take the corner. Gets it back off Johnson. Redshaw into the penalty area it comes, but the keeper comes and gets it at the second attempt. Bates, Everton needs some inspiration from somewhere here. Harrison Armstrong, back to Bates. Thomas, Bates again. No way forward for Everton. Samuel Smith. Sheriff getting his shirt pulled there, can't control it. Fligg. Joe Hillary. Kingston Fligg again. Nice reverse ball to Johnson. Good first time ball wide to Joe Hillary. It's a good move this from Stockport County. Everton on the back foot. Inside the penalty area with Williams. Laid off to Redshaw.
Oh, Jesus.
Good effort. What a good move that was from Stockport County. George Pickford stayed rooted to the spot. I think he was confident enough that it was drifting wide. But that was a decent move.
It was, as we said it before, they're playing the football the right way. Fair play to Stockport, and that was a great move again. Bodies running forward, and to be fair, they haven't come here to sit back. It seems like they are going for it.
He squeezed past Leighton Town in the previous round. It took extra time for Stockport County to beat Leighton Town by 1-0. And as I said earlier, they beat Farsley Celtic in the first round. But having squeezed past Leighton Town, they are more than giving a good account of themselves here at Goodison Park against Everton.
Yep.
Redshaw. Dispossessed. Everton have possession.
Jacob. Yeah.
Samuel Smith chips it into the channel, but Stockport are wise to it. Hillary's first time ball gives Lee Williams something to chase. Odin Samuel Smith gets there first and puts the ball out of play. There was an option to maybe play it back to Pickford.
Yeah, I think a bit of confidence there, Daz, from the first half from Odin. That was just a simple pass back to the goalkeeper, but opted to kick it out of play.
Partington to Redshaw. Looks for the switch. It's a great ball. Picked up by Joe Hillary. Looking towards the back stick. In comes Piazza. Di Piazza. It's a good save by the goalkeeper. Really good save by George Pickford. But it's Stockport County who are fashioning the better openings at the moment here at Goodison Park. They switched it from one side of the pitch to the other. Good delivery into the box. Good header. And a really good save, and it needed to be, Jose.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And to be fair, Daz, he threw himself at it, like you said before. Sort of don't see centre forwards like that anymore, but that proved again, nice and brave at this age, ran, you know, proper header that was, and unlucky by the kid.
Throw in for Everton. Meanwhile, at the Gladys Street end, it's a good header and a good save.
Yeah.
Armstrong. I was here in January 1996 when Everton, as FA Cup holders, played Stockport County in the third round. Here's Martin Sheriff, and he scored again. Martin Sheriff with a glancing header finds the back of the net, cuts me off in mid-sentence, but I don't care because Everton lead by 2-1.
Yeah, it was great little number 8 run by H, to be fair, and I think we had 3 lads on the back line, and just that little gap appeared and he noticed it. Great ball by Allard and great header across, and to be fair to Martin, that's all he could do was header it over the keeper, and he done it superbly.
Well, he stuck to his task tonight, Martin Sheriff. Things haven't always been going his way, but he just had to get enough on that to loop it over the goalkeeper, and he certainly did.
Yeah, great ball, great header from H, and great header from Martin, to be fair.
Good goal. Well, I was just about to tell you about how I was here in 1996 when Joe Roll's FA Cup holders played Stockport County in the third round, and they held us to a 2-2 draw. Needed the John Eberl goal in the replay at Edgeley Park to get through to the next round.
It must have been the only goal John scored in his career, was it, Daz?
One of few.
One of few.
One of few, but it was an important one. Sadly, we played Port Vale in the next round and we did lose. But Everton now lead by 2-1, and hopefully, Jose, we can really push on now and take the game away from Stockport County.
Yeah, definitely, and like we spoke about before, with the experience on the bench and stuff like that, who are on reduced minutes, hopefully they come on and, you know, just sort of see the game out for us, really.
Beaumont Clark chips it forward, volleyed away. They'll feel a bit aggrieved, Stockport, because they were actually playing well, weren't they, at the time of the goal. There's Sheriff, he's on a Goodison Park hat-trick here.
Yeah. He was playing well, Daz, and they've always been in the game and still are in the game. I don't think it's over, it's far from it. The next goal is vital.
Here's Bates. There's that slowing down again from the Toffees.
Yeah,
waiting for some movement.
Yeah, especially when you're winning. Ultimately, Stockport need to get the ball back, so don't mind it.
Samuel Smith.
That's it.
Morgan.
Good. Now the pace has got to pick.
Yeah. Callum Bates.
Good, well done.
Bates does pick up. Catesby picks it up. Van Shaw makes a forward move. Catesby on the wide. Pass 1, pass 2, and wins a corner. No, he doesn't. He's very unfortunate.
Yeah,
he's clearly taking a ricochet.
That's better, Daz. That's better. Don't mind the slowness, and then once that line's broke, then that pick up the speed, like we spoke about before. And it does really have an effect once you break a line. It's hard for the opposition to get back in when you really pick the pace up.
Slow, quick, slow. But Joel Catesby will need a little bit of attention here. He's off the pitch, so the referee, didn't think he was going to stop the game, but he stopped for a drinks break.
Yeah.
A drinks break in the middle of December.
Absolutely, yeah. I know, I just took the words.
The game's changing, isn't it?
It sure is, yeah. They'll be giving them hot flannels and gloves over there, I think, by the looks of things as well.
Well, let's hope Catesby's okay. He did well to burst past a couple of challenges, and he was rather unfortunate that the ricochet favoured Stockport County.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay, Joel, and it's just a little bit of impact off the sideboards or wherever it was, but hopefully he's okay.
Pete Byrne, the physio, is
slowly getting over, but he's in good hands with Peter.
Well, I wasn't expecting this, to be fair. We weren't warned about this at drinks break during a December FA Youth Cup tie.
Yeah, I think the way the game's going as well, as if someone goes down, it's a real good chance for the coaching team, Leighton and Kieran, just to get the little bits of detail into the lads, what potentially they mightn't get, because like you say, bigger stadiums, a little bit more noise, harder to listen to the lads, so this is a perfect time to get a bit of coaching into them.
Well, just off camera, Joel Catesby is he's still prostrate on the ground, and he looks in a bad way. There's medical supervision from both clubs over on the far side, which you never like to see.
Yeah. I feel like they're getting something out as well,
Yeah.
which doesn't look great.
No, it doesn't. There seems to be a little bit of urgency amongst the medical staff over on the far side. Leighton Baines and Jamie Crowther have just got to press on and speak to their players.
Yeah, looks like the gas and air's coming out.
Looks like the oxygen's coming out, yeah. Or the gas and air, and that's never a good sign.
No.
And we wish Joel Catesby well.
Yeah, we sure do. Never a good sign, that. And it's never nice to see.
He's in the best possible hands, obviously.
100%, yeah. 100% in the best possible hands, but maybe I got my wording wrong now. What I was trying to say is it's never nice to see. It's never ever nice to see when they're all over there and you see them running back and forth and the oxygen comes out, and just prayers are with Joel at the minute.
Well, straight away, Everton making
straight over for the stretcher as well, does.
a substitution.
Yeah.
And the stretcher is needed for young Joel Catesby. And that's just cast a shadow over the game. It's been a decent game, decent tempo, competitive at the right times. And it was just a little bit unfortunate. And as you say, Jose, maybe he just cannoned right into the advertising hordes.
Yeah, I'm just guessing. I couldn't quite see. I know he crossed and the lad slid into block it, and then all of a sudden there's not much room anyway at the side of the pitch, but it seemed like he was down there, and I don't know whether the lads caught him or what. I really don't know. I'll be guessing, but ultimately the main focus is Joel and his health, and we wish him the best of luck.
Avire comes on for Everton. He's a quick, direct player, isn't he?
He sure is, Daz. Yeah, he's rapid, Kobe, and he'll stretch them. He'll certainly threaten the back line, and hopefully get himself on the score sheet. But first and foremost, start daughter with Joel at the minute.
Nice touch there off camera again. Luke Partington, the Stockport County right back, went across to just commiserate with Joel Catesby.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't meant.
Not at all. And it just looks as if we're waiting for Joel Catesby to be lifted onto the stretcher, which he still hasn't been yet, before we carry on. The players are just limbering up a little bit. There's a couple of balls on the pitch, they're knocking it about. And Joel Catesby will be lifted very, very gingerly.
Yeah, one thing I will say about Joel, he's a tough kid, really tough kid. Good Evertonian as well, which they're always
helps,
tough,
doesn't it?
He does. They're always tough out as Evertonian. So
well, we can only hope that it's one of those that is an awful lot worse. It's not as bad as it looks. It looks an awful lot worse than it is.
Yeah,
that's what we're hoping here. He will be back at some point, Joel Catesby, of that there is no doubt. As we said, he's in the best possible hands, and the referee is just waiting until Joel gets lifted onto the stretcher.
Yeah, I think I've just seen a thumbs up from a bit of
from one of the medical team,
and it looks like he was signalled to the ref that the game can go ahead, and he's okay, which is half a good sign.
Are they taking the stretcher away, or are they just moving it? I think they're just manoeuvring it.
Yeah, I think they're manoeuvring it, putting him on the comfy bed first, and then slide that onto the stretcher. So hopefully
Everton leading by 2-1. Martin Sheriff, things haven't always gone Martin Sheriff's way tonight, but he's a game young man and he'd stick at it, and well, he's a centre forward and he's got his 2 goals, Jose.
Definitely, that's what you get judged on, Daz. You get judged on goals, and he scored 2 right now, and ultimately the higher up you go, you're going to start to get judged a little bit more on your hold up play, and you're bringing others into play, you link up in combinations, but right now it's goals, and he's got 2 of them.
You're enjoying the coaching role, Jose?
Yeah, I do, Daz. I love it. Work alongside Scott Phelan, who also came through the academy. He's a top coach, and learning tons from him and loving it, learning every day. And the lads are great, and you know, obviously you pinch yourself walking in every day to Finch Farm, and it like you said, it's a great place to be at the minute when the first team are doing well, and hopefully it's the start of good things for this football club with the new stadium coming, and it's great to be a part of, to be honest.
Well, the medical team are just carrying Joel Catesby across the Goodison Park pitch away to our left-hand side. They'll exit through the park end, and Joel will be whisked away to hospital. And it's never, never, ever a good sight to see somebody stretched away, especially when it's such a young player.
Yeah.
But you know it's a painful one. As soon as that gas and air comes out, you know it's a bad one.
Yeah, it does. And ultimately, like you said before, hopefully it's just precaution, and the medical staff were there, they were quick, they opted to make that decision quite quick as well. So like you said, he's in the best hands, and
he's not on the oxygen as he gets carried off.
No, he's got his head on his hands, which tells me he feels like it's a bit of a serious injury, but the fact is he's moving, he's fine, he's cooperating with them.
Yeah, he's conscious.
Yeah,
and away he goes. Unfortunately, it is part and parcel of football.
It is.
Joel Catesby, there will be an awful lot of added time on here now. Your clock tells you that there's 20 minutes to go, but more like half an hour as we wait for Joel Catesby just to exit the arena before we continue this game. Kobe Abire is on. Had he been right up to speed, match fit, Kobe would have started the game, wouldn't he?
Do you know what, Daz? I'm not sure. I think, like, in his one, if you're performing well, you stay in the team. So I think Joel was actually really in a good place up until today. So hopefully that injury hasn't set him back for too long, because he was in a good place in the videos I've seen.
Lovely footwork by Jacob Beaumont-Clark. Couple of little step overs. Got Harrison Armstrong in support. Jacob Clark wants to go by himself, trying to work the space. Lays it off to Morgan. Back to Armstrong again. Had to play a 1-2, but it was all a little bit too congested.
It was, yeah. The space was out wide with George Finney. To be fair to Jacob, if he does get it on that left foot, there's every chance that it's certainly hitting the target, but the back of the net, because he can finish.
Odin Smith seems to be playing along with the crowd here.
Yeah, I think he just needs to concentrate on his own game at the minute, Odin.
Yeah. Throw in for Stockport County. Reece Watson will take it. That'll be a corner for Stockport. While there's only one goal in it, they will consider themselves banging this FA Youth Cup tie.
Yeah, absolutely. As we said it before, it's far from over, and the confidence they've shown from the first whistle, I'm sure they won't be affected that they went 1-0 down. They got back into the game. The fact that it's 2-1, they certainly won't feel obliged by that. They'll get after Everton the way they have done.
Corner kick. Corner comes in, cleared at the near post. Good touch by Joe Hillary to Redshaw. Redshaw's cross is deep. Headed away by Van Shaw, not very effectively, but he does well, really well, to react to the second ball. Nicely tidied up. Just attracted the attention of one of the medical staff there, Jose. Did he have time to tell you the
Yeah, he was
prognosis?
jogging round. I just asked him, is he okay? And he said, yeah, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's just, like I said, an impact injury, and like you said, it's part and parcel of the game, but ultimately there's some serious injuries in football, and the fact that he's conscious is a great sign.
It's a great run that by George Morgan. It's a good find as well. Here's Beaumont-Clark, who's really come into the game in this second period. Callum Bates for Everton. Thomas. Good play again. Beaumont-Clark. Kobe Abire is wide on the left hand side if he needs him. Goes back to Callum Bates. Samuel Smith just edges forward.
Great run again by Harrison.
Yeah.
It just frees up the space, even though you know you're not getting the ball. It actually frees up the space for your mate, and him running forward attacks the centre half with him, and Jacob can roll inside. So really good between them two.
Callum Bates just touches it to Aled Thomas. Odin Samuel Smith gets it back. Harry Apter's about to come on. That's a nice turn by Morgan. Beaumont Clark goes for goal. Always
he
too
always
high.
hits the target as well, didn't he? Commentator's curse. I don't think he was quite set for that, Jacob, to be honest.
Harry Apter's coming on for Everton. Good run by Morgan. Great pass as well. Yeah, leaning back, wasn't he?
Yeah, he didn't quite get it out of his feet, but
Harrison Armstrong making way for Harry Apter. Is that one of those where he just wants a bit more experience?
Yeah. He does want probably more experience, and Matty has got that. He's been playing a lot of 21s football, same as Harrison, really. Bundles of energy, got good quality as well, and I think he'll be stepping forward and jumping all over Stockport every chance given.
Miscue there. Piazza, who's not really been in it much in this second half, the Stockport County centre forward. That's no reflection on Harrison Armstrong's performance, is it? Leighton just wants Matty out there for a bit more experience.
Yeah, definitely, and he's on reduced minutes as well, so he will be giving lads a fair crack. And like you said before, you know, it's at a great venue, everyone will want to get on the pitch. Unfortunately, that can't happen, but he certainly will be just like for like. It won't be anything to do with Harrison's performance. And from good stock as well, Matty, younger brother at the academy, and older brother Rob, scoring some goals for Tranmere, so
good.
Hopefully he can follow in his footsteps and get one tonight.
Kobe Abire, his first involvement really, but ran into a cul-de-sac of green jerseys. Callum Bates. That'll be a throw for Stockport.
Substitution for Stockport County coming out from the attack, Ashton May.
Ashton May makes way for Stockport.
16, James Barry.
And James Barry, the number 16, comes on. One more Everton goal sees us through here, doesn't it, Jose?
Yeah, I think it should do, Daz, yeah. Especially where the lads have kept possession. They've been quite patient. I think they'll see the game out quite well if they got another goal.
Matty Apter, always looking for the ball. Beaumont Clark nearly sells Samuel Smith short. Samuel Smith gives it away, but so does Joe Hillary. Redshaw intercepts the forward pass. Stockport's have got men forward here, but Redshaw overruns it, and Van Shaw takes it off, and then he gives it away. Well, what a sloppy 60 seconds that was.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers there. Just a little bit more calmer on the regains.
Nobody wanted possession there. Well, 12 minutes to go on the clock, but there'll be at least 10 or 12 minutes added time for the serious looking injury to Joel Catesby. That'll be an Everton throw-in. Well, the object of the exercise in any cup tie is simply to get through to the next round, Jose. Nobody remembers how you play when you get further into the competition.
Yeah, definitely. The thing with cup football is win and get yourself in the next hat, and however that takes to do it, doesn't matter. Like you said, no one reads the script, they just see the score, and ultimately that's all tonight's about, getting over the line and hopefully coming here against a tougher test in Chelsea.
Throw in for Stockport.
Baines and on your camera. Nice first touch.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Joe Hillary tries the back flick, it doesn't come off. George Finney's little pirouette doesn't come off either. And Callum Bates has to take over and tidy up really nicely for Everton.
Yeah, well done, Cal.
Matty Apter back to Callum Bates again. And Shaw. Fleig wins it. Matty Apter finds Beaumont Clark. He moves it on one to Finney, and Finney overhits the forward pass, and it goes all the way through to the goalkeeper. And we keep reiterating that while it's 2-1, the Stockport County side, who have given a really good account of themselves, really will consider themselves to be firmly in this cup tie.
Yeah, absolutely does.
A nudge in the back for Lee Williams off Odin Samuel-Smith goes unpunished. And in fairness, George Pickford hasn't had a lot to do in this second half, has he?
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't, to be fair. And that's the test for keepers, you know, when you feel like you've had nothing to do and then all of a sudden something comes at you. It's staying focused and staying on your toes, and to be fair to George, he will do that.
Joshua Van Shaw. Everton content to just knock the ball about at the back.
Turn.
Beaumont Clark does turn, scampers across the middle of the Goodison Park pitch. It's a bounced return ball off Morgan. Matty Apter looks for Kobe Abiri, but it's over him, and Redshaw will pick it up and play it back to his goalkeeper. Samuel Smith gets that all wrong, but Aled Thomas tidies up. It's been a scrappier second half, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. Well played.
Better.
Yeah,
Matty Apter goes for the return ball as well. Sheriff offloads it to Apter, pulls it back across the face of the goal. Kobe Abire will pick it up. Can he get a shot away with his right foot? Yes, he can. High over the crossbar and took a deflection on the way, so it'll be a corner for Everton.
He's a little bit tidy, it does, and that's the experience that Matty will bring, just tidying it up and then picking the pace up when needed, and it was good play by Everton.
Aled Thomas and Odin Samuel-Smith canter forward.
Two v1 if they play short.
Yeah, it's on, isn't it? Beaumont Clark and Callum Bates, and they certainly do that.
Edge of the box.
Finney with the cross in, headed away. Did he take the wrong option there, in your opinion?
Yeah, I thought Matty Apter was on, literally on the edge of the box. To be fair to Stockport, they got everyone back and everyone was in and around the keeper. It was just a pull back for a shot for me, but they can see it better than what I can up here, so I'm sure it was the right decision.
George Morgan, a little bit penned in. Abiri helps him out. Gives it away. Piazza picks it up for Stockport, gets the look of the bounce, and goes for the return pass. And Shaw giving chase.
Josh will get him.
Piazza's not going to be shrugged off the ball easily. But it's a goal kick for Everton.
as we move into January, it's inevitable maybe that some of the 21 players will go out on loan, Jose, so these lads will be looking to step up, won't they?
Definitely does, and that's what we try and say to the lads every game, every training opportunity. You just never know what eyes are watching you, and like you said there, I'm sure a lot of the 21s will go out on loan, and naturally that just brings a domino effect from the lads underneath who need to be dragged up. So ultimately in these types of games you need to go and perform and stand out, and I'm sure Tatey and Keith will be watching with close eyes.
Kobe Pire just manages to keep the ball in play. Is there a final ball? Sheriff's on his hat-trick and he wins a corner, and Everton are just starting to turn the screw here late on at Goodison Park.
Kobe.
When he's in full flight, Kobe, he's so difficult to knock off the ball, isn't he?
He is, yeah, he's actually rapid, so any slight little bit, you even see there, he's off the pitch, all of a sudden he's back on it. He's physically really, really good.
Cross just a touch behind Martin Sheriff.
You can see again here, Matty, he's on. Anything comes out, then there should be a free shot for our lads on the edge.
Jacob Beaumont-Clark takes the corner kick, swings it in towards the near post. Here's Matty Apter, and that's a superb finish by Matty Apter, called
Goal scorer for Everton, number 18, Matthew Apter.
He did control the shot, and he did find the back of the net to surely fire Everton into the next round of the FA Youth Cup, 3-1.
Yeah, it was on one, it does. You could see it, whether it was from our lads direct into Matty or whether it was from a header out. There was big space and he controlled it really, really well, Matty. Really, really great finish.
Super finish, isn't it?
Yeah, he'll be happy.
Here we go. Good corner.
Great finish.
Super finish first time. Wasn't time to take a touch, but he didn't need one. Here's a great view of it. Headed away at the near post. Super goal.
Yeah, it was. And
it's not an easy finish, that, is it, by any stretch?
It wasn't. He got his head over it, he got the contact. The pace was already on the ball, so what you find, a lot of people try and smash it and take the leather off it. It was just needed to be guided in, and he done that really well. Great technique, Matty. And to be fair, I've been giving him a bit of stick, saying what's it like to be the worst out of three brothers, just one ending him up, and he's telling me his bedroom's got a little bit smaller in the house and the others have took over and stuff like that, and he'll be happy to get on the scoreboard and get alongside his brother like we've been speaking about, Rob, who's firing him in for Tranmere too.
Lovely finish by Matty Apter. Leighton Baines put him on to have a bit of an impact, and he's certainly done that, and he has surely now eased Everton through to the next round of the FA Youth Cup on a home tie with Chelsea. Well, we've done it the hard way, haven't we?
Yeah, we haven't. Listen, a lot of credit's got to go to Stockport and their staff and the players. They've been really good. Obviously, the game's getting a little bit away. The more tired they get and gaps are appearing, but for a large portion of this game, they've been well in it, hasn't been playing really good football. So fair play to them.
Apter back to Alan Thomas. Here we go. This is what he's good at.
Yep.
Kobe Abira gets his head down, runs, and as he won Everton a corner, referees give themselves some thinking time, and it's a goal kick, and Kobe can't believe that. I must admit, even from here, a long way away, I thought that was a corner.
Yeah, I think the Stockport lads were walking in the box ready for another corner to come in. Rest on them are a great favour there, so goal kick.
There's a replay here.
Yeah, it was clear cut corner.
But you know what? The referee, he's only got to look at the reaction of the Stockport County players to know it's a corner.
Yeah, definitely does, you're right.
Callum Bates is coming off for Everton. His night's work is done.
By number 17, Harvey Foster.
What do we know about Harvey Foster?
Another lad we had last year, does technically really, really good, and he looks like he's grown a little bit more as well by the looks of him there. And Harvey's another one who's technically very good, and he'll have wanted the starter today, but he's got a tough decision at the minute, Leighton, as you see, straight into the game, and his passing range is really well, so Nice to see Harvey on the pitch too.
You have to, when you're dealing with young players, you have to be wary of the fact that they might well have a quick growth spurt in them.
Yeah, definitely. That's
which
part
affects
of
them,
it.
doesn't it?
It's stuff that I'm learning all the time, and sometimes you've got to be patient with certain players. Sometimes players are physically already there, and you've got to judge them off that. And ultimately, it all boils down to whether they can play football or not. But if decisions are 50-50 on some players, then yeah, by all means, you need to look at data. You need to look at what the Premier League looks at in terms of people in their position. And yeah, it does have an effect on some of the decisions you make as a football club, certainly.
14 minutes of added time. Anybody that missed the early stages of the second half, that was for a serious injury to Joel Catesby, who after lengthy treatment was stretchered away from Goodison Park, and that's why there's 14 minutes of added time. But still, surely it won't be enough time for the Hatters to get back into this game. Di Piazza trying to wriggle through, Williams helps him out. Good challenge by Kobe Aguirre. Takes it off Rafael Otegbeo. Substitutes coming on at a rapid rate here at Goodison. Matty Apter runs into Partington. That'll be a throw in for Everton. As we said earlier, it's been a quiet second half for George Pickford. Stockport just seem to have run out of steam, didn't they?
Yeah, they have. They've run out of steam, but they put a great shift in, to be fair to them. And ultimately now what they'll want to do is get the ball back as quick as possible to try and get some type of goal. And what that should bring is more gaps for us in terms of when they're going in ones and twos and not collectively, because as you can see, they're tired, lot of boys out there. So hopefully it gives us chances to go and score more.
They're about to bring in another substitute. That's a good ball, that, to Martin Sheriff. Not a great deal to aim at inside the penalty area for Big Martin, so he holds it up, twisting, turning. Eventually there's too many there for him. And Stockport can bring it away. Good decision. And Oden Smith had to be lively there.
Yeah, was a good decision. Great ball down the side by George Finney too, and great run by Martin.
Williams has been replaced by Shea Gardner. Understandably, Jamie Crowther, the Stockport County coach, giving as many of his young players a run out at Goodison Park as possible.
Yeah, fair play, because them kids will remember this for the rest of their lives. So yep. It's easy to get caught up in, you know, we've lost the game and carry on, and to give kids a chance is really good. So fair play to the staff.
George Morgan heavily outnumbered. Matty Apter comes across to put a challenge in, and ultimately wins Everton a throw in on this near side. Thomas to Van Shaw. Will these boys be in tomorrow for recovery?
Normally Wednesday's a day off, but with a game being Saturday, like, might have them in tomorrow for a warm down, but ultimately Thursday might be the warm down, and maybe Thursday afternoon a bit of technical, tactical stuff in terms of Saturday's game ahead. So he might reward them with a win and a day off.
Yeah. There's Van Shaw for the Toffees. Everton just passing the ball about. There's 94 minutes on the clock, but there's still 10 minutes to go.
Well played.
Managed the game well second half, haven't we?
They have. to be fair, they've been really patient in possession, and I know it hasn't happened sometimes, but this will be a great goal if something happens here.
It's been a good football.
Really good chance.
Jacob Beaumont-Clark into the penalty area, but it's headed away.
Yeah, there was a chance to slide someone in. I'm not sure he made the run, but it was a great run and it would have been a great goal, but Jacob decided to have the extra touch.
From a coach's perspective, it would have been an ideal goal, that, wouldn't it?
It would have, yeah, it would have. Really good patient build-up, and then got through the lines and real good change of pace, and that's where forward runners, and they did, to be fair, and just the wrong option to take the extra touch, just slide your mate.
Matty Apter guides it back to George Finney.
Go on then.
Go on.
Go on, open your legs.
Martin Sheriff just couldn't get goal side.
Yeah, I thought he could have just got that right arm in and pushed it, but some of our lads will be tired too.
Yeah. Kobe Abiri looking to get to the byline. And he does really well there. When you've got somebody like Kobe Abiri, it's always alive, isn't it? There's always a chance he'll get something. He'll make something out of nothing.
Yeah, definitely. And the speed, you can't underestimate the speed. It's really, really lightning quick. And ultimately, you just need a bit of football nous about you as to when to use it, when not to use it. Keep defenders guessing and try and catch them off guard as much as possible.
Corner comes in. Sheriff trying to get his head to it. Volleyed goal. It's good effort by Aled Thomas. Don't often see many side-on volleys from centre halves fly into the top corner.
And if you did want it to fall to someone from a centre half's point of view, Aled's techniques are really, really good. And I've seen him bury a good few of them over the years, so his techniques are really good.
Kobe Abiri always looked likely to foul Rafael Otegbego then. We've still got 8 minutes to go, so we've got to be careful here, because if they do pull one back, they'll just throw everything at it, won't they? It'll be all hands on deck.
Definitely, yeah. I think the game management for the lads in possession so far has been really good. Just out of possession now is where they need to throw bodies on the line, track runners, not give them a sniff.
Free kick deep into added time. It's drilled into the penalty area. It's a good ball to Jacob Beaumont-Clark. Midfield to Foster.
Good pass.
Nice ball back to Beaumont-Clark. Takes it in his stride. Puts a bit of pace into the attack.
Chance.
Good forward run by Beaumont-Clark. Good forward run by Morgan as well, but Kobe Abiri takes it up. Couldn't squeeze it across the goal.
I think that's the one where you've spoken about before. Kids are so keen to impress and try and score at Goodison Park. Then there's sometimes where you make decisions in terms of...
Good challenge. Oh, it's not a good challenge, it's a penalty. Well, George Morgan went down inside the penalty area. It's a yellow card.
Yeah,
and Everton have got a penalty.
Right,
and no one's getting this off Martin Sheriff, I wouldn't have thought.
No, I think he's run the full length of the pitch to grab it off George, and rightly so. That's what you want to see your strikers doing. Oh, he actually did go over the ball. A good decision.
Yeah. It looked a good challenge.
It did look a good challenge because the
time.
ball went the way it should have went if you made the tackle, but ultimately slowed down. He's actually went over the top of the ball first, and good call by the referee.
Yep. Still 6 minutes to go at Goodison Park, but what a moment this is for Martin Sheriff.
Yeah, not many can say they've scored a hat-trick at Goodison Park. That's so big moment for him, and hopefully it's the back of the net.
And Everton number 9 with the chance of a hat-trick, and he's at the Gladys Street end. Martin Sheriff, left-footed. Oh dear me, you won't want to see that again. Straight away Harvey Foster over to pat him on the chin and say we go again. But the chance of a hat-trick is spurned by Martin Sheriff, and spurned Jose Baxter quite spectacularly.
Yeah, I think you just focus on keeping your head over the ball and hitting the target, and if the keeper makes a save, then fair play. And what you can't do is lean back and be a little bit unsure, and to me it looked like he was a little bit unsure with that, Martin.
He's thinking, this is my hat-trick here, isn't he? Rather than just treat it like any other penalty.
Yeah,
this is a hat-trick at Goodison Park. Well, he scored twice and Everton are winning 3-1, but that's the moment he'll look back on, and I hope he gets another chance. He makes a good forward run. He'll keep going, that's for sure. Go on, Martin, get your goal. And across comes Luke Partington to tidy up.
Great at it.
Good leap by Finney. And that'll be a free kick. Jacob Beaumont-Clark. There's the penalty again. High over the bar from Martin Sheriff. There's Di Piazza. Really haven't seen him second half.
No, good hold-up play though.
Yep. Plays it wide to Bayo. But he's not going to get past Kobe Abire.
Yeah, really well defended. He's done well. I know he made a foul there, Kobe, in terms of tracking back, but he certainly tracked back and done his defensive duties really well, so fair play to him.
As we pass 100 minutes here at Goodison Park, and it's just as well it hasn't been one of those freezing cold December nights, or me and you would be starting to struggle now.
Yeah, we really would, and it actually isn't as bad as what it has been, so we've been quite fortunate. Great strike, George.
Lovely ball by Pickford. Jordan Pickford-esque. Now, can we fashion a chance for Martin Sheriff?
George
Morgan makes the forward run. It's a great run. It's a great ball. It's a great goal. A superb goal from Everton to wrap things up. George Morgan, the goal scorer, and Everton are home and dry.
Really good, really good. And we said that they'll be pressing in ones and twos, and they'll be a bit tired, and they won't be able to step as a unit as they would in the first half. And it just shows tons of space for George Finney, well found out by Pickford, and nice ball inside, and a great way to pass and great finish. Great run as well. You know, 101 minutes that, and you can see him lung burster for George Morgan here.
Great tempo to the move.
He was, and that's what happens when you keep the momentum going forward. Lovely instead goal. Of trying to come back or pause for a minute. It's hard for the opposition, like we said before, to get back in.
3 accurate passes, a precise finish, and Everton lead Stockport County by 4-1. And on the balance of play in the second half, that's just about right. It was even Stevens in the opening 45 minutes. Leighton Baines tweaked it slightly at half-time, and whatever he said has had a great effect on the game.
Yeah, definitely. They're playing with 2 central midfielders and 1 in front, Stockport, and ultimately in the first half we were trying to get our wingers out wide, and it fell quite nicely into their back 5, but the way Leighton adapted at half-time, and he had the 3 lads being either side, one side, one the other side, and 1 centrally in between their 2 midfielders, and it's hard for the 2 midfielders, and we found the spare man really well, and credit to the coaching team for making that adaptation.
Good strong challenge by George Finney. Showed a great attitude, the lads, haven't they?
They have showed a great attitude.
We're in the 103rd minute here. They're flying into challenges, and they don't want Stockport to get a second goal.
Yeah, they are. They have. You know, it took them 25 minutes to get into the game or something, but ultimately after that they showed a great professionalism and done things the right way, and fair play to them.
And they've got a corner as well late on. The last 60 seconds of the game. The referee just checks his watch. Stockport are keeping a man back by the centre circle here. I don't get that, me.
Yeah,
in the 104th minute when you're 4-1 down, get yourself in the box. See if you can get yourself a goal at Goodison, son.
Yeah.
In comes the corner from the left-hand side. It's a decent one, and it's well taken by George Pickford.
Brilliant.
Not a great deal to do, as we've mentioned once or twice in this second half, but what he's done very effectively.
Yeah, he has, yeah. Fair play, great take. Doesn't have to take the pressure off the back 4 and the team as well. And that's what he's been good at as well, George. He's had a lot of the ball at his feet. His distribution's been really good tonight.
Yeah.
There he goes again, George Morgan, steaming forward. He got some energy, the boy.
Referee blows the final whistle. Well, it took a long time
to get out of Stockport County's sight, but in the end Everton are comfortable 4-1 winners. Stockport can be very proud of their performance, and Everton have beaten them by 4-1. We move on to the next round to play Chelsea, and we've seen a decent game here tonight, Jose.
We did, yeah, and fair play to Stockport, doing really good, especially the first half. They tried to play football the right way, and fair play, they were well coached. Fair play to everyone involved with Stockport tonight. I think it was a really good showing from them.
We move on. I'm commentating alongside Michelle Hinnigan from Walton Hall Park tomorrow. Everton women against Liverpool in the Merseyside derby, and then all eyes are on Turf Moor at the weekend, a massive Premier League game. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage of the FA Youth Cup. We'll be back again for the next round. You can bet your bottom dollar. It's finished at Goodison Park. My thanks to Jose Baxter for his expert summarisation this evening. Everton 4, Stockport County 1.
Final score inside Goodison Park for tonight's FA Youth Cup third round is finished Everton 4, Stockport County 1.